Hello everybody and welcome to Boreham Wood Physio. I'm Katie Neal, the physiotherapist who owns this clinic, and today we're going to be talking about something that I'm really keen for all my patients, clients and Pilates clients to do, and that's balancing. So this is part of the health and well-being sessions. It probably fits into general physio as well, but specifically into the health and well-being segment because this is something that's so simple, that is free, it is easy to do, and can give you so many rewards as you get older. Balance goes into two camps, and over my 18 years as a physio, I've seen this happen time and time again. You have people who maybe do yoga and Pilates and dance, or some other form of kind of skill or activity that keeps them working on their balance. The majority of people actually, from once you stop playing games as a kid, don't actually do any balance exercises. So maybe have a think about the last time you stood on one leg and actually intentionally did that. What tends to happen is, because we haven't done it when we're younger, people get older, it's a normal thing in life. And as we get older, people suddenly get very scared of falling, because in reality, falling above a certain age is actually quite a big deal. And the injuries that can be sustained by that can be life-changing. Now, falling is quite a complex topic, and there are certain reasons such as hearing and eyes and medication and other health conditions that can impact on your risk of falling when you're older. But a lot of times it can be to do with not having practice balancing, having lost the strength through your legs, and thinking that, it's too late to start. So the balance we're going to be doing today are for the people who really haven't done anything in a while. You can start at any age, please, 20s, 30s, 40s, 70s, please join in with this, maybe forward it to someone that you know. It goes without saying that you need to just check that you're medically well enough to do this, that you shouldn't be in pain when you're doing this, and that you're safe. Okay, so anyone who's really at risk of falling and someone's forwarded this to you, please stop. You probably need to come in and see a physio and actually do some one-to-one sessions just to make sure that you're really safe as you do this. I've put a link up for those that are watching live on Facebook, and it will go with this video for those who are watching this back on YouTube. And it's from the CSP site. So the CSP is the Chartered Society of Physiotherapists. And they have a booklet that is to do with falls. It's probably more applicable to those who are a bit older, but it's still got some really nice kind of bits of information, even if you're thinking of family members or you're thinking about your future health. The first set of simple exercises that we're going to do is actually based off there, this piece of paper. There's 6 little exercises. So even if you don't want to watch it back, or maybe, as I said, you're watching this and you're thinking of a family member or a friend, you can go online, you can download that booklet, you can also just have it on your computer, you can send it to them. And so it's a really accessible thing to do. Once we've done these few exercises, they're only 6, I'll just show you a couple more things if you're a little bit more advanced. But as I said, it's not going to get too technical today, just pretty simple. So from here, with each of these exercises, we talk about doing 10 repeats of each. Now, you may feel that you need to build up to that. If it's something that you've not done for a while, it is really important that you're thinking about maybe starting every other day, just because your body is going to take a little bit of time to get used to it. And then as long as you're feeling okay, it is something that you can do most days, and maybe you'll add to part of that program. So the first thing that we're going to do, and I will demonstrate probably freestanding in the room, but being aware, if you can see here, I've got something to hold on to. Now, it seems very obvious, but what you hold on to is really important. You can hold on to the back of a chair, you can hold on to kitchen counters. You want to make sure that whatever you're holding on to is steady and that there isn't going to be any risk of falling, and no kind of animals in this world of virtual reality. I've seen bunny rabbits and cats and dogs and hamsters jumping around, so maybe just kind of allow them to disappear. So the first exercise, I'm just going to show you here and then I'll go to the side. We're going to do just some calf raises. So calf raises means coming up onto your tiptoes. So we're going to come onto our tiptoes and then we're going to go down. And so if I turn side on, you can see that. So we're going to come onto the tiptoes and we're going to go down. And you're going to hold on if you've not done this. We're going to go up and down. And you're going to think about doing 6 more, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you'll feel a little burn in the muscles at the back of your kind of here, and that's your calf muscles. Now that will challenge your balance. It also is a bit of a strengthening exercise, which is also critically important for being able to stay on our feet really well. You saw at the start that I wasn't holding on so that I could show you. So yes, if you feel confident and comfortable to do these holding on, you can then step away to start off with, just kind of be next to something. So you still got that safety net, and then you can kind of let go. The next exercise that we're going to do, and watch my feet, I'll show you with my hands. My feet are going to go up from the toes. So it's the reverse movement. So I stay on my heels, but I'm going to lift my toes up. So I'm going to do this holding on. This is a really important one to mostly hold on with, at least fingertips if you think you're confident, but definitely hold on. So just have a watch of my feet, and the front of my feet is going to go up and down. So we're going to go for 10 again. So that was 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What's very important when you do this is to try and stay nice and tall. Staying nice and straight is going to help your balance. So just have a watch and see the difference from the last exercise. So this is standing up straight, and this is kind of rocking back. So by standing up straight, you're going to be really helping those, what we call core muscles, start to fire. We're going to come on to another exercise that isn't directly balance related, but it works our strength, and it's called sit to stand, and it is just as easy as that. So little ways to make this easier. If you haven't done leg exercises for a while and you know that you're weak, the higher the chair or the bed that you're sitting on, the easier it will be. You can also start off in a chair that has armrests, and you can use those to push down to lift yourself up. Once again, please check that the chair isn't going to rock, and you may want to position it against a wall or against the door. So it's very simple. You're going to see me sitting side on, and I'm going to sit down nice and slowly. And let's imagine you've not done this for a while. You're going to use your hands and you're going to help yourself push up. And you're going to go down, and it's all about control as you lower down. And try not to swing forward. See if you can really think about driving from your legs, squeezing your bottom and come up tall. So we're going to go for 8 more. So lowering down, coming back up. 7, and you can let go if you feel okay. 6, 5, and this also kind of gets your heart rate going, which is really good for health. 3, 4, there we go. Talking and counting, never a physio skill. 3, 2, and 1. Really nice. So it's really important that you're not afraid to pace yourself. There is nothing wrong starting on a higher surface, really using your hands to start off with, and then maybe working towards being on a regular chair with no hands if it's something that's within reach. Now I love the next exercise because it's more challenging than people thing. I call it tightrope standing, and then we'll do some tightrope walking. Please, again, hold on. So what you're going to do is we're going to hold on, and we're going to put one foot in front of the other as if you were standing on a tightrope. And you're going to hold that position for 10 seconds. Now, if you think, oh, this is pretty easy, I want to let go, just release your fingertips a little bit, and then you can come up. And your legs will wobble a little bit, and then stop. And then we're going to change sides, and you'll probably notice one way is a bit easier. So we don't want to overcross our legs, so it's just one foot in front of the other. And off we go. So I'll just demonstrate holding on. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do that again. We won't do a set of 10. I think it will just take a bit too long virtually, but we'll just do another set. So tightrope walking, tightrope stance, and I'll do this one side on, maybe so that you can see what it looks like. And again, I'll put my arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. And if you're just tuning in now, I have been holding on. I'm just showing what it's like side on. So one foot in front of the other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. We're having something going on with birds outside the window. So if you're on Facebook Live or on Zoom and you're hearing this kind of strange squawking, it's not me. So from there is another level where we're actually going to walk the length of your hallway. You have to do this, or the length of your kitchen. You've got to do this making sure that you can hold on or run your fingertips along the wall. We're going to walk as if we're on a tightrope. Now, you're probably going to lose me doing this a little bit. So we're holding on. So one foot goes in front of the other and slowly changing. And there is no need to rush this tightrope walk. I'm going to stop there because I'm going to disappear. And then I'll do it backwards so that you can see. So crossing one foot in front of the other, holding on, and coming back. And I'll show it without holding, really imagining you're on your tightrope. And we're not rushing. We're not rushing. You're trying to imagine you're staying straight, trying not to drift to the side too much. Let's go again. Holding on as you need. Tightrope walking. Again, we're not crossing the legs too much. There we go. And a progression from this holding on is doing it backwards. Much harder because you lose your sense of vision. And then you can go forwards. So that's a progression. And I actually really love this exercise because it's challenging, but you can control it. And I've seen some remarkable changes with people who couldn't balance at all at the start. The final exercise in this series is the start of being able to stand on one leg. So everything else is kind of things to build you up. And the sixth exercise is standing on one leg. Now, starting off, you're going to hold on with both hands. And you're going to take as much support as you need. You're going to come onto one leg and just count for 10 seconds. And then you're going to change legs and you're going to do it again. Maybe be aware if there's a difference. Maybe you've had surgery, maybe you've had an injury that's meaning one side is a bit weaker than the other. Pain-free, if you're in pain, then you must go and see someone about that, like a healthcare professional. If you feel that you can master standing on one leg for 10 seconds, you can do that 10 times in a row when you're quite comfortable. You can progress to kind of releasing the hold. I've come up with something that I call like tickling the surface, because what you often have is people suddenly let go and it's too much. So what I'm going to do is, if you look at my fingertips where they're resting, I'm going to look at my hands. I'm just going to kind of like tickle. And what that means is I'm kind of slightly letting go, but not completely, so it's safe. So you can do this for 10 seconds, and then obviously you would do your other side. And then from here, you can start transitioning into letting go. But always hold on to start off with, and then gradually lift your hands, keeping them near the area of safety. And then relax, and then keep repeating. And then you can just, sometimes we feel more confident close to something. So as part of your progression, when you know that you're very steady, you can then think about standing by your safety place, lifting your arms up. And again, when you know you're safe, maybe just kind of coming within arm's reach, so there is still something there, but you've got a little bit more distance. Standing in the middle of a room is actually quite advanced. It's quite important. But you can build up, and even if you think you're never going to get to kind of standing in the middle of the room using your arms, it doesn't actually matter. Any improvement that you can make is definitely going to have an effect. If anyone's watching this and they definitely know that they do struggle with balance quite significantly, please build this up slowly. Also, there is a difference between being in a kind of controlled environment. So it's a room, you know the floor is flat, you know it's not slippery, and you know there are no leaves and there are no uneven paving stones. So just be aware that the external environment is going to have a few more risks, things that you need to pay attention to, and there are other exercises that we tend to do one-to-one to focus on that. The other thing to mention before we go on to some of the slightly more advanced exercises, please don't be afraid to use a stick. So when you look at the CSP guidelines, we talk about ways to keep our independence. There is nothing sadder than hearing that someone fell and they broke their hip, they've twisted their knee or broken their wrist, and you kind of know in your heart, well, maybe if they had a stick, that would have given them that extra support. There are also people who are too scared to go out because they know they're that unsteady. And there are lots of aids that can help you walking, such as sticks and mobility, we call tripods and mobility walkers. And again, that's something to maybe discuss with a health professional. But it's about maximising your independence rather than limiting yourself, and knowing that we can, in most cases, become stronger, improve our balance and improve our quality of life, even if we're safeguarding ourselves for the future. So I'm really just going to do a little taster about balance. If you're interested and you want to do stuff that's more advanced, I've got a running session on Sunday at 11 o'clock. And the second half of that is going to be some slightly more advanced balance exercises, and anyone can join in. If you're watching this back, that video is going to be uploaded as part of the running series. So just kind of find the link for that session and you'll be able to watch them. So something more advanced, it can literally be just trying to stand on one leg. Can you hold for 30 seconds? Can you hold for 60 seconds? If you can do that, we can challenge our balance by moving our arms. Even something as simple as clapping. You'll watch my ankle now, it starts to wiggle a bit more. Maybe I want to scissor my arms. You're going to lose my fingertips. But remember, if you start doing any of this and you feel off balance, the worst thing, the thing I see a lot as a teacher is that people push themselves above the level that they're ready for. If you actually do a lot of work at the level below, it's like what we do at school. You're going to be able to go up to the next level with much more ease. So we've got scissoring arms. So forwards and back scissors is much easier. And then much more challenging is side to side. So this is just about an idea of moving your arms. You can make up anything that you want, but it's just a little bit of a thing. So as well as moving your arms to challenge yourself, we can actually move one of our legs. So I'll come onto my other leg just to give this one a bit of a rest. So we could think about just maybe swinging the opposite leg forwards and back. How does that feel? If you can do that, what about just doing a little circle? So it's adding these variations, these unpredictable moments that can help. Just be aware that when we are standing on one leg for a while, you will feel some tiredness into the legs. So again, if you're doing things for 60 seconds or a little bit longer, you don't have to do it every day. 2 to 3 times a week is absolutely fine. So hopefully you have found that kind of enlightening. I'm not sure that's the right word, but really intriguing, something that's getting you thinking. Don't be afraid to balance. It's really important. It's kind of like one of the quickest things that you can do that's going to make a difference to yourself. If you know it's something that's going on and you're not sure and you think it's a bit more complicated than just being weak, please contact your doctor, contact your health professional. I know we're in lockdown at the moment, but don't, as soon as we come out of that, definitely put a note in your diary that you want to have a conversation about that. So, as I said, you can get this information from the CSP website. The link is on my Facebook page, Born with Physio, or on YouTube page, Katie Neal Physio and Pilates. I've got some more health and wellbeing sessions coming up. We're doing a mindfulness practice on Sunday. We've got a bit of an intro to Pilates. We're doing some more running series. So have a look and see what else you're interested in. Stay safe, look after yourselves, make good, healthy decisions. I'm Katie Neal from Born with Physio, and I'm really trying to help you keep fit, well, and healthy at this time.